Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video Babylon the Great is mad at Ghana because of their anti-G laws. So you see here, I'll give you a couple of precepts as well. You see here, this is a video put up by African Diaspora News Channel. And, okay, this is almost 2 minutes into a almost 4-minute video. Right about here, almost in the middle. So it says, and you watched the whole video. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched up to this point. Okay, so this is they officially passed the law. The bill became a law in Ghana's, I guess the equivalent of the U.S. equivalent of Congress, and the president, the heads of government, passed a law saying they're against happyism or Gism. Gotta speaking on code in that country. And what was this, a year ago that Kamala Harris had went over there to Africa, mainly Ghana, over the law. She went to other countries other African countries with a paycheck in her hand, a checkbook in her hand. They're ready to give them a lot of money, if they abide by, what America teaches worldwide. And this proves that this is Babylon the Great. Russia is not Babylon the Great. Jerusalem is not Babylon the Great. What else do they say? That Babylon? Oh, Babylon the Great is a state of mind. No, Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, is a particular country or a particular system. So anyway, it says here, I stopped it at this point, and I decided to say, let me make a video on this. So these are protesters, and I believe this is in Africa. These are protesters protesting the new law against Gism. So it says South Africa is the only African nation that allows G marriages. It says U.S. not happy with Ghana's new alphabet legislation. Yeah, but this is a separate sovereign country. Why would you? How is it any of your business? Well, it is your business because you're the beacon, the Lucifer. Isaiah chapter 14. The light, the city on the hill, as they say it, the great Lucifer. Lucifer has nothing to do with being evil. Lucifer means to be enlightened, beacon of light. Anyway, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me go into this here. Okay, this is Revelation 17 verse 4. And I'll pull some words out of this. Oh, another thing about America. America is, there's a term, a word, and the word is hegemony. And America, they're in a position over, if not all nations, most nations. I call hegemony The definition of hegemony in simple terms is the bully on the block. So it says here, hegemony, leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over others. So that's how we know that this is Babylon the Great, because they're telling other nations what laws to pass or don't pass. Or so that shows you that there's really no such thing as sovereign nations. A lot of puppet governments. It says hegemony is the political, economic, and military predominance of one state over other states. Hegemony can be regional or global, and normally a country that has power over other countries are considered the bad guy. But you ask American, people, U.S. citizens. I don't know what the difference is between an American person and a U.S. citizens. I don't know if that's different, because the American people is nowhere in law. U.S. citizens are mentioned in law. The definition. So what is the American people? Who are they talking? I'm talking to the American people. Who are the American people? Where's that in law? Define American people. In law. In law. In law. It says hegemony can be regional or global. In this case, is global. In ancient Greece, hegemony denoted the political military dominance of the hegemon city-state over other city-states. So you see right here, right? This represents America. Good old Uncle Sam. He got that whip. This is the WTO, World Trade Organization, NAFTA, the GATT, all these different what can you call them? A NAFTA is an agreement between certain countries. World Trade Organization is an organization that they have dominance over the world on the economic level. World trade has everything to do with economics. You got the IMF, International Monetary Fund. International Monetary Fund. The IMF lends money to other countries, poor countries, and normally they can't pay for it, and the collateral is that land. So they have to pay. So they got the land. Here you got Uncle Sam. You got the whole planet. And you got the satellites. That's a feed horn. That's a unicorn right there. Satellites, and you got an eye there. So they're watching over the whole world. The scriptures speak about the hammer. Let me find that. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, so there's 7 times, so that should be easy to find. Okay, this is what I wanted. Jeremiah 50 and 23. Let me read Jeremiah 23, verse 29. It says, "Is not my word like as a fire, saith Yahweh, and like a hammer that breaketh the rocks in pieces." And that's talking about this truth. See, everybody on the planet knows about the Israelites through the YouTube, through the web, and their thing is we gotta shut these people down. That's why they passed I don't know if it's actually passed. It's still in uh, Parliament, whatever, in Canada. I'm talking about Canada, led by Trudeau. That reading the Bible or being a Christian, like if you're out there and you're telling people to accept Christ or come to your house, whatever the case may be, dealing with the Bible, not the Quran, it says the Bible, that you can be arrested. And so when we got caught wind of that, which is a couple of days ago, literally a couple of days ago, we said, well, that automatically, they're using that to stop this truth of Israel. Because they ain't never got on Christians. Christians were able to do what they wanted to do. Oh, love Jesus, love everybody. But we're saying that no, Jesus. I even hate saying that name, which means nothing. Jesus, if you want to call him Jesus, he hates people. And he loves a particular people, a particular nation. So that would make him a racist and a nationalist. So it says here, so this right here, when we hit them, go into them scriptures, and then we filter them, we filter the different articles through the scriptures. You know, a lot of people, a lot of Edomites can see it. See, Jake doesn't see it because majority of Jake are a bunch of damn dummies anyway. But Esau sees it. That's why they're doing something about it. Here you got Jake. Well, I don't believe I'm an Israelite. I ain't part of that camp stuff. I ain't doing them camps of evil. Or nah, we're not the Israel. We're not the people. The people are already in the land, or whatever. Or if the white man, my good white friend, can't make it to the kingdom, I don't want to be there also. So, hands down, the majority of Jake doesn't believe in this. There's some that say that they're Israelites, but they're casual Israelites. You know. Now Esau believes everything that we're saying. He knows exactly. He has the documentation. He has a receipt, the footage. That's a new one. I got from Adrian Broner. We got footage. That's a new one. Anyway, so they have the footage. They have the receipts. They have the documentation. They knew who when they went to West Africa. You know, when they got here to Americas, they knew that was a big thing. Them Edomites started coming over here, the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. They were saying that the people over here, when we got over here, these Indians, these are Israelites. That was a thing back there. Oh no, these are the Israelites. These are the Israelites right here. So it says, this is what I wanted. Jeremiah 50 verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole world, of the whole earth, cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Now we know right then and there that that's not talking about Neo-Babylon. Because Neo-Babylon didn't have control of the whole earth. This is clearly talking about Babylon. That's why it says the hammer of the whole earth is Babylon, which is the daughter of Babylon. That's why I went over that word, hegemony. Hegemony is a hammer. He got the whip. He could have had a hammer. Speaking through the satellite is going. Matter of fact, let me open this up. Yeah, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Like weather balloon. China is spying on us. Yeah, they're mad because they're getting spied upon by the Chinese, according to them. But this is out of that top hat. You got the eye. You got the feed horns, which are the scriptures speak about the unicorn, Will the unicorn abide by thy crib? Will the unicorn help thee? The unicorn, that's how YouTube is able to go all around the planet Earth. That's hegemony. Oh, there it is again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The eagle. The scriptures speak about the eagle. Deuteronomy 28, the eagle, as an eagle. Explaining U.S. hegemony, a Gramscian synthesis of Pantic, gender and Konings. Let's look at this one. Visions America after hegemony. Oh, by the way, like McDonald's, like you got McDonald's and the different fast food chains, they're all over the world. China, different Africa. All those fast food companies in America, here in America, American fast food. When you go to Egypt, you see the pyramids, you turn right behind you, it's a McDonald's, Wendy's, all these different fast food restaurants, which is poisoning the people. So this America has control over all that by taxing people. This is clearly Rome all over again. You got the workers. These represent the workers, which are really slaves. But you ask, the average U.S. citizen, American people, nah, we're a good place, because they're stupid. U.S. national security strategy, Cold War mentality. Put fear on the rest of the earth. That's why the nations are coming against you. That's why you got the BRICS alliance. And they're saying, well, BRICS are bad guys. Well, they ain't bad guys. They're just tired of, when they cease to spoil, then they shall be spoiled. Look at that. Look at that. Let me see. Let me do this. Let me click on this. I like this one. Why China should be a reminder about U.S. hegemony. It represents communist Russia, China, hugging up on this bitch world economy. You got America with the baseball cap. See, when the whole world sees that you're a wicked society, government, I'm speaking about the government, then they're looking to get, wait a minute, let's go over here. And this is when he was president. That's Trudeau passing the bill where if you teach the Bible on the street anywhere in Canada, they're going to arrest you. I don't want this one. Another good one. America sets up other nations, gets rid of the leader, sovereign leader, and puts a puppet up there. You see, got the club. Because what keeps America strong is its military, economy, and its military. Hey, this situation, the Israeli war, they declared war on Hamas. The whole world it's seeing, even the CNN is kind of seeing, they want to say the G word. They want to say the G word, but they can't say it. They're having a hard time coming off like good people, good guys. Let me look at this one here. Hegemony of drama going in digital media entertainment. Displays of cultural hegemony and counter hegemony. Counter hegemony would be the BRICS nations in the late Bronze and Iron Age. Levant. Levant is the Middle East, like the Fertile Crescent. Okay. So we come back over here. So it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation, a desert among the nations? Let me look up the word hammer. So we're going to be the new hammers of the earth, and we're going to hammer them with the laws. Patayash. Forge, hammer, hammer. It means to pound. You don't comply, we're gonna send the army on you. No such thing as good. These are good guys. They're bad guys. Different levels of bad guys. These nations are all bad guys. No good guys. They all got dirt on them. Okay, so now let's come over here. Give me a second. Sorry. I'll come back to that. So now let's go to Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and a scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. Now you got Bishop Nathaniel saying that the MOTB, this proves that the MOTB is sin in all of its form, whether it's religious or political, which, like I said, either he got paid off to say that, or he just doesn't understand the scriptures. He's bending over backwards to show his people that the MOTB has nothing to do with a micro C hip. And he used this scripture. Then he went to another scripture. And I believe he got it from me because I did mention it. It's in Job. Mark. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, let me see. Mark. This is going to be hard to find. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, this is what I want. Mark, not the book of Mark. Okay, shouldn't be that too hard to find. It's in the book of Job. thought it was in Job. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. I forget what precept he went to, and this is a good one. I have sinned, what shall I do unto thee, O thou preserver of man? Why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I am a burden to myself? That's not the precept. Okay, this is a good one. He hath broken me pieces and shaken me to pieces and set me up for his mark. Now, this mark is not talking about the, you know, as Bishop Nate, but I forget what, it could have been that scripture. I thought it was in Job. Maybe it's one of these scriptures. I forget what he went to, but he said, now that's a new one. That's a new one. Let me try this. Let's see what happens with this. Okay, I forget what precept he pulled out, but anyway, let's come back over here to Revelation 17. Let's pull some words out. I did this before. The MOTB has nothing to do with this verse right here. Now, in speaking about this thing in Ghana, this big deal with Ghana, about the U.S. being mad, U.S. demands Ghana to review new alphabet legislation and says it was deeply troubled. It's mad at the fact that you passed this law to lock up, you know, G people. And why is that? Why America? Because America's, we look up the word hegemony, the bullies of the block. Let's go to that again. Hegemony. Here's another one. Look at that. Look at that. Taking over the whole world. It is a great bad guy. This is Babylon the Great. Another good one. Hand me over the data. See what this is all about. Yeah, this is supposed to represent America. You got the slaves feeding them. Yeah, this place is done. Anyway, let me come on back over here. What is an example of hegemony? There are military, political, and economic hegemons. Nazi Germany is a clear example of military hegemony. Great Britain is an example of political hegemony. The United States is an example of economic hegemony. The bad guys. Is the U.S. a hegemony? In addition, the United States has also established institutional hegemony in the hegemony meaning the simplest way to explain it, the bully on the block. The bully, if somebody bullies you, the guy's a little bit bigger, you're in the second grade or third, fourth grade or whatever, then this summer you come back and you just grew and you're bigger than the bully, then you become the bully over the bully. In the international economic and financial sector, by manipulating, that's a wicked word, manipulating the scriptures speak about weights and measures, right? Voting systems, rules, and arrangements of international organizations, including approved by 85% majority, and its domestic trade laws and regulations. Let me read that again. Is the USA a hegemony? In addition, the United States has also established institutional hegemony in the international economic and financial sectors by manipulating. So this is Google. This is American website. This is Google. They might take this down. And all I'm doing is bringing you the facts. I'm bringing you the facts. I'm reading. This is not my opinion. This is facts. This is receipts. Oh, something else I wanted to get. This, okay, right here. Russia, Supreme Court bans alphabet movement. Putin, hey, out there in Russia, if you one of them crazy ass Russian dudes, which they ain't afraid of Jake. The only white boys ain't afraid of Jake is them Russians, man. They go head to head with Jake. That they dominated UFC. You got Jake, the top champions in the UFC and the MMA world. You got Jake, which represents all of Israel, the Latin tribes, and Jake, Kingdom of Judah. And you got them Russians, man, and then the Brazilians, which is Jake. Same with the boxing world. A lot of those champions are from over there in Europe, and they'll step up to a Jake in a minute. Putin signs expanded anti-alphabet laws in Russia. Like if they catch an alphabet people, they beat them to death. They beat the shit out of them. Then the police come and arrest them after they get their ass beat. Russia's court ban of the alphabet movement. What to know. If you go to Manhattan, like on the weekend, you got the tourists coming to certain places to New York. You got certain people, Edomite from Europe, that'll come. They can't dress like the opposite sex, but they'll come to America and they'll dress like the opposite sex because it's allowed in this place. I seen it with my own eyes. So we know who the devil is. Okay, so now I'm going to read this and I'm going to come back to Revelation 17. It says, It says, so they're against this law. It said, love first, love always, happy rights, all human rights. I am. So you got Jake, well, blacks. You got the rainbow colored flag. It says God's love. Now they're saying that, see, God is with this. The sovereign Lord up above, the one true God, He's with this. God's love is universal with no exclusions. I am. So that means in the kingdom, you're going to have alphabet people up in the kingdom. Then you're going to have no alphabet people in the kingdom. It says South Africa is the only African nation that allows happy marriage. Now this guy, somebody help me out. He's like a leader of the people in South Africa. He wears a red, dark skin dude. Somebody help me out. Give me his name. I'm not up on him too much, but he wears the red, that red, what do you call that? That hat. He wears that hat, and the people that are behind him, and you know what red represents, right? And they're saying that he's like the next, he's like the South African Malcolm X or whatever, Martin Luther King, MLK. And I put a comment on one of the brothers. I'm not going to tell you his name. It's not important at this time. You know him. You watch his videos. Actually, Yakanan out of England. And he was doing a speech. That video had the guy, I forget the guy's name. And I said something. That guy's, he's with happy people. He's with happy people. He's with, so just based upon that, we know that dude, we know his, we know his track record. Okay? Let's just say that. So now, let me come back over here. All right, let me see. Okay, so we're going to bring out some words, and I'm going to close. But this, look, you can't use this scripture as a precept or to partner up with Revelation 13 and 16. It's two different things. Because although Ghana does not accept alphabet people, they're going to accept the micro C-hip. Accepting the micro C-hip is not exactly immoral, meaning abominable, but it's going against the Most High. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to close. I'm going to pull out some words and I'm going to close, all right? It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and a scarlet color, decked with golden precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup. The golden cup represents her ways of life. Part of it is, big part of it is the alphabet stuff. In her hand, full of abomination. Pull up the word abominations. And now one of the words for abomination is abhor. You got certain Israelites or certain people that say it says abhor not an Edomite. Now we're going to look up the word abhor. That's Deuteronomy, I think it's 23 and 7. Abomination and filthiness of a fornication. What does it mean by the filthiness, and what does it mean by fornication and an abomination? So right here, abomination, filthiness, and fornication has absolutely nothing to do with Revelation 13 and 16. And the woman, we know who the woman is. It was arrayed in purple, which represents royalty, scarlet color, royalty decked with gold. The cup represents her blessings. So let's pull out some words, like I said. So abominations, which is in the Greek.
Strong's G 946. Bedelugma. Bedelugma.
Bedelugma. It says a foul thing, a detestable thing. A foul thing, a detestable thing. Let's go to the root. To render foul, to cause to be abhorred. This is what I wanted to. So it says abhor not a Edomite. Abhor not a Edomite means when your wife is on the period, you abhor her for 7 days. You stay away from her. So the Most High is saying, no, you can be around the Edomite. You can do trade with the Edomites, or you can deal with the Edomites. That's why Jacob kissed Esau on the neck and had his sons kiss him on the neck, because they didn't abhor him. He was a clean leper. That's what that means. So now let's come back over here. Abominations. And being an alphabet, that's that's abomination. That's why the Most High say, take them out. Filthiness. Now does it mean filthiness? Your kids playing in the park and they come home filthy and you got to throw them in the shower? Does it mean coming home from work, you work in construction, when you're filthy? No, it's not talking about that filthy. That type of filthy. Impurity, filthiness. The alphabet people are filthy, even though they take a bath. Filthy in the moral sense. Now, fornication, then I'm going to close. Porneia, illicit sexual intercourse, which is alphabetism. Adultery, fornication, which is adultery. These two words, intercourse with animals. Intercourse with close relatives. Intercourse with divorced man or woman. Well, if the man lays with a woman that's married to another man, that's adultery. If a woman has a husband, the man lays with this woman behind the husband's back, that's adultery. And they all these definitions, they should be put to death for, not jail for 3 years. Of the defilement of idolatry as incurred by eating the sacrifices offered to idols. Now, everything that we eat is sacrificed to idols. Everything that we eat. Yeah, but this is America. I'm talking about, and then, most of your foods come from different countries and the middle America, the Bible Belt. So the people in the middle America are basically Christians. So they pray to their Lord, the white Jesus, for a good crop, for good cattle, the cattle to be strong. And they pray over it. So anything that you eat, consume in this place, America, if you don't have a farm and grow it yourself, you're eating something that was they pray to a god for the sake of that animal or the crop or the crops. That's why, you always say your prayers. Paul said, pray without ceasing. Anyway, that's all I got. With that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next one. Shalom.